Welcome back to Deadman DZ's Kanji Study Streams. We got 12 new kanji coming at you from the JLPT N3 list. Today I'll be going over any new kanji we see in these vocabulary words, as well as the radicals that go in those kanji. If you see any word that you don't know how to write, head on over to gisho.org. That's JISHO.org. They'll tell you how to write down all the kanji, and it's a pretty good dictionary overall. I'll also post this whole list of words on my Google Drive. So head on over to the Google Drive link in my profile if you need my entire list of words that I've studied. It's in the 2000s now, I think. 1406. Yeah, it's a little it's in the 2000s. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Our first word is genko, manuscript, copy, draft, or notes, with our new kanji being ko, a draft, copy, or manuscript. Our first kanji means a field, so if you're putting out a draft into the field, that is a manuscript of some writing and not the actual copy. Radicals in this kanji are a two-branch tree, and it's high, so drafts and copies and manuscript are held on top of a high two-branch tree. Because as anyone who's ever done homework or written an essay will know, it kind of takes a lot to put out a draft or a good copy of something. So ko is a draft, copy, or manuscript. Ko. Ko is a draft, copy, or manuscript. Ko is a draft, copy, or manuscript. High on top of the two-branch tree of writing. Coal. Coal. Draft, copy, or manuscript. Coal. Draft, copy, or scriptos. Cool. Draft, copy, or Genko no ko. N for in the field. Ko for your draft. Script. Cool. Number 2 is nijimu, to run as a liquid, to blot, to blur, to ooze. I think this more refers to the moving of water itself and not to any one particular one of these. A runny liquid, nijimu. Nijimu is a runny liquid. No kanji here. Just the hiragana, nijimu. We'll probably learn the kanji for this when we're doing the N3s. Nijimu is that movement, slowly running liquid on paper. Nijimu. Number 3 is nenryo, or fuel. On the left side, we have nen, which is our new kanji for moeru, to burn, blaze, or glow, and ryo on the right side is a material, or a resource. So a material that burns is fuel. Radicals in this kanji are fire on the left side, and on the right side we have a thing like, or that thing like. So the thing like fire is moeru, or nen, burn, blaze, or glow. Moeru. Hokani nen. The thing like fire is a burn, blaze, or glow. Nenryo no nen. Burning material. Nenryo is fuel. Fuel for the fire. Nenryo. Nenryo. Cool. Nenryo is fuel. Nenryo. Nenryo. Burning material or Nenryo. Nenryo is burning material or fuel. Number 4 is Hokyu. Ho on the left side is our new kanji for oginao or ho, which is supplement, supply, make good, or compensate. Hokyu. Radicals in this kanji are closed on the left side, and on the right side we have our for the first time. So when you are supplied with clothes for the first time, you have been supplied or made good. Oginao or ho is supply or supplement. On the right side we have Q, which is the payment for something or a salary. So a supply payment is supplying or replenishment. Hokyu. Hokyu no ho. Hokani oginao. With clothes on the left side and for the first time on the right. You no ho. Hokyu. You no oginao. Hokani ho. Hokyu. A supply, a supplement, or a replenishment. Hokyu. Hokyu no ho. Hokani oginao. Supply, make. Hokyu. Hokyu. Supplying, a supplement, or a replenishment. Hokyu. Number 5 is Uchu. I've been watching a lot of space movies lately, so I thought I'd look up the word. Uchu is the universe, cosmos, or space, with U for heaven, or the eaves or roof of a house, and Chu for mid-air, airspace, or sky. Uchu no U has 2 radicals. The roof on the top of going or from. So going to the roof is the eaves roof of the house, or if you're on Earth and talking about the overall roof, it is heaven. U is eaves or the roof of a house or heaven. Uchu no U. Uchu no U. Eaves or roof of a house or heaven. Uchu no U. Uchu no U. Eaves or roof of a house, or the eaves and roof of Earth itself. Chu, our next kanji, has 2 more radicals with the roof on top of a reason, and this means midair, air, space, or sky. Chu. The reason for the roof. Yeah, I guess the reason you have a roof is to protect you from air or from the elements. I guess we're going to go with that. The reason for a roof is because there exists some space between the earth and heaven above. Chu. is midair or space. Chu no chu. Chu is space. U is heaven or roof. Chu is midair or space. Chu. Chu is the universe, cosmos, or space. Number 6 is Gidai, a topic of discussion or an agenda. Dai on the right side is a topic, and Gi on the left side is a not a disagreement, but like a discussion. It's like a it's like a topic of not discussion, but I'm having trouble thinking of the English word for this. Deliberation. It's like the topic of deliberation is an agenda or a topic of discussion. This is a pretty literal translation. It's literally to deliberate. A deliberation topic is the topic of discussion. Gidai is a topic of a discussion or an agenda. Gidai. Gidai is the topic of discussion. Literally. Gidai is a topic of discussion. A topic of... There's a ton of strokes in this one, so it's taking me a while to write it out. Hold steady with me while I repeat this a few more times. Gidai. Topic of discussion. If you're following along writing this with me, this should give you some time, hopefully, to help write it out a few times. Gidai. Topic of discussion. Gidai is a topic of discussion. Number 7 is Judai, serious, important, or significant. On the left side, we have Ju for heavy, and Dai on the right side is big. So Judai is a heavy, big thing, or serious or important. Judai is a heavy, big thing, which is metaphorically serious and important. Judai. Judai. Heavy, serious, or important. Judai is heavy, serious, or important. Number 8 is shogai, an obstacle or an impediment. I learned this word by hearing the word shogai sha, which means a handicapped person from watching the Olympics. And this is a kanji, this is one of many kanji, or one of many words, excuse me, where both kanji have essentially the same meaning of harm or injury. And often Japanese words will have the same kanji twice to indicate that as exactly what they're pointing at. They're not metaphorically using those two meanings. They mean just that. So shogai is an impediment, a handicap, or a disability. Shogai. Shogai. Shogai is a disability, handicap, or an impairment, or an obstacle. Shogai. Shogai. Impairment, handicap, or a disability. Literally, a harm. Shogai. disability, handicap, or an impairment. Number 9 is chul, a center, middle, or heart. On the left side we have chu, which means center, and on the right side we have o. So this is another example of double meaning in a word, meaning exactly that thing. So a capital city is the center of a country, and a center, middle, or heart is a chu-o. And it kind of looks almost the same as chu. It's got this kind of center thing, the center box to indicate we're talking about the center of something, but instead of just one line, it's kind of a person in the background of that box. So O is the center or middle. Draw the box first, and then your person behind it. O is the center or middle. O is a center or middle of center or Chuo is the center or middle of something. Number 10 is kyokyu. Kyokyu is supplying or provision. This is kodomo for a child. This is kodomo no kyo, which means to submit to something or to submit something itself. So the submission of some, as we talked about before, a salary or a provision is supplying or provision itself. Kyokyu is supply or provision. Kyokyu. Supply or provision. Kyokyu. Supply or provision. Kyokyu. Supply or provision. Or another word for supply or provision is a. It was a supply or provision. You supply something. Hokyu, hokyu, kyokyu, hokyu or kyokyu. Supply or a supplying provision. Hokyu. Number 11 is jotai for a state or a condition. This is the same thing as the other kanji. We've had 3 today, which is odd, but where both kind of words mean the same thing. This is a circumstance, and this is a circumstance. So it's altogether a state, a condition, a situation, or a circumstance. Jotai. Jotai desu. State, circumstance, or condition. Jotai. Jotai is a state, circumstance, or condition. Jotai. State, circumstance, or condition. Jotai. State, circumstance, or condition. Or circumstances. And number 12, our last one for tonight, is tete, with tetsu on the left side, meaning a piercing, and te on the right, meaning to the bottom, soul, or depth. So piercing to the bottom is thoroughness or completeness in something. It could also be consistency. Some consistency pierces all the way through the bottom from the top. Te is made up of 2 radicals with cliff on the top of... I'm not sure. This makes me think of low, hikui, but that's not it. Okay, with the radicals for dotted cliff and the name of an ancient tribe. So maybe the bottom of our family tree? I don't know. That's the way I'm going to think about it. Te or soko is the bottom, soul, or depth. or soko. Bottom, sole, or soko. Bottom, sole, or soko. Bottom, sole, or depth. Soko. Ete is thorough or complete. We're piercing all the way to the bottom. Ete. Ete. Piercing all the way down to the bottom. Ete. Piercing down to the bottom for thoroughness. Let's go back to the top, make sure we got all these memorized for today. Our first word was a manuscript, a copy, draft, notes, or a contribution with sho. Oh, genko. Genko is a draft or a contribution with the field for putting out your draft. Draft, of course, being a high two-branched tree. You had to climb to write it. Genko is a manuscript. To blot, to blur, or to ooze. Nijimu is to blot, to blur, or to nijimu is that slow motion of paper, of water on paper. Nijimu. Fuel is nenryo, our kanji for radical for fire, like it, for a blaze, and ryo for materials that nenryo. Supply, supplying, or replenishment is hokyu. On the left side for your first clothes, a supplying of something. Q, right side for a payment, submission. Hokyu. Uchu is the universe, cosmos, or space, with U on the left side, meaning heaven or roof, and Chu on the right side, meaning midair or space, the reason you have a roof. Uchu. A topic of discussion or a topic of deliberation is a gidai. Gi for discussion on the left side. Dai for a topic, right? Serious, important, significant, grave, or weighty is judai. For heavy and big. An obstacle, an impediment, or a handicap, specifically a handicapped person, is a shogai? Shogai. Shogai is an obstacle, an impediment, a handicap is a shogai. Shogai or harm. Left side. Dai for harm. The right. Shogai. The center, middle, or heart of something is the chuo. Center left and center on the right. Chuo is the center or middle of something, or the capital city. A supply or provision can also be a kyokyu as well as a hokyu. Kyokyu is our public. Not, it's a submission, sorry. It's kodomo no tomo. Kyo. Mission. Hokyu. Mission or supplement. A state, condition, a situation, or appearance is a jotai. Jo for a condition or circumstance, and tai for a condition. Okay. And finally, thoroughness, completeness, or consistency is tete. Tetsu for piercing, and te. Tetsu te. Bottom, sole of something. Thoroughness or completeness. Thank Thanks for watching tonight, everybody, and I hope you have a good rest of the week. I hope to be here tomorrow, but I might not be. Thanks for watching. どうもありがとうございました。じゃあ、また明日ね。明日。